now that I let it finish beating, I'm gonna mix my dry ingredients together, so that way I don't, when I add it in, I don't add in just the flour, or just the powder. Okay, next ingredient. So I'm gonna take my vanilla and I'm gonna pour it into my 1 teaspoon. Now I'm gonna do it over a bowl just because this is very expensive. Going to my ballet studio. So I'm going to put them in the oven, and once the cookies are done, we're going to head over to my ballet studio. Yeah, and I'm also going to bring my friends my delicious chocolate cookies that I made, and they're going to be so happy. So that's what I have planned for today. Okay, I'm just going to scrape these sides down one more time just to make sure I get everything in to the batter. That way our cupcakes look good. My favorite flavor of cupcakes is chocolate, and that's why I decided to do this chocolate cupcakes. So, and when I go to my dance studio today, like I said, I'm bringing my chocolate cupcakes, cookies. So that way you can really tell I love chocolate. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm gonna add my eggs in. So I'm gonna add them in one by one. No, whatever, I'm just gonna pour it in. So I'm just trying to get one of my eggs in first. Okay, there we go. Because it says, when I first follow this chocolate ingredient, it says only add 1 egg in at a time. So I'm gonna add 1 egg in at a time. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna add my second egg in. Second egg. Now with egg yolks, I have to be very careful with them because they're raw. So, I'm sure you already knew that, but just reminding myself. Scrape down my sides again. See, it's getting yellow. Okay, now I'm gonna add my last egg in. Egg in. That sounds funny. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this in. Uh-oh, I accidentally got a little shell in there. Okay, got it out. Here you go. So now I'm gonna beat my last egg. And then after I do that, I'm gonna add my dry ingredients in very slowly so it doesn't go poof everywhere like it happened last time. So I'm just gonna move in there. So when I add my ingredients in, I usually like to make sure I'm adding the same amount every time. Even though the whole thing's gonna get put in, I like to add like half a cup at a time, so I know that I'm not just sticking like big amounts in at a time or smaller amounts in at a time. So I'm gonna start with just putting my first one, whoopsies, my first one in, and then I'm gonna grab a towel. Take one of my towels here, and so that way when I mix it, it doesn't explode. So I'm just going to take it here and I'm going to turn it on low. Okay, go. I use the towel so it doesn't go poof everywhere. Okay. And at the end, once I get all the ingredients in, I'll mix it for much longer. I just want to start out sort of slow so that way it mixes and every single part of the flour dry ingredients gets put in. Because if I just put all of it in at once, some of it would get stuck at the bottom, and so that's why I do little bits at a time. So when I'm done with this, I'm gonna put my cupcakes in the oven, when I'm done putting them in the oven, we're gonna head over to my dance studio so you can see where I do all my dancing. Because I have my first class of the Saturday.